Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Renzo here. I want to show you this. What you see on the screen is 4 free paint-along recorded sessions on my Patreon. You can get there, you don't need to open an account, just free. You just join, as a free member, you're gonna get access to those four lessons. You got the link on the description box. Okay, today I'm gonna okay today I'm gonna sketch. I'm planning to make of this a bigger painting. I love the photograph. I found it on Pixels. That's a free copyrighted website where you can just find a lot of photographs. Okay, I'm gonna start sketching, and I was thinking. Now you see the link, and the link is to the photograph. The photograph is a lot bigger. Okay, but I just choosing a portion of the photograph. And I was thinking about changing the color. Okay, I'm gonna start with raw umber, a little bit of linseed oil. Start sketching. Okay, first usually the overall shape, just to see the position of the head on my canvas and see if I gotta move it to the left or to the right, or up or down. I think that's okay. Okay, one first idea that I got, obviously I want to copy the face. It's a beautiful face. I wanted to add some kind of a tree behind here, but maybe I'm not gonna do that for this session. But that was kind of idea. That's kind of a tree just kind of hugging here, and I was thinking about adding more contrast. Okay, maybe a blue sky, using linseed oil just to spread the paint a little bit faster. A bluish sky. Okay, and thinking that she's in a, let's say, a darker place, and she's getting a warmer light on the face and a cool shadow here, kind of bluish or maybe greenish shadow. Okay, imagine that the sunlight is hitting her face, and I'm gonna add a lot of orange here. Okay, another thing that I was thinking, I need more contrast. Okay, I got the hair that is dark. Okay? I got this area, the shadow that's dark. And this is light, white. Yeah? And I think I need to kind of frame the light on the face, and I thought, okay, let's do this darker. And now it's easier when you make a sketch. You can use Photoshop or a piece of paper. Sometimes is a sketch using Photoshop or a piece of paper, and sometimes I just kind of have the idea. I started to try to see the idea when I paint. And basically this sketch for a bigger paint. Okay. Hello Roman. Hello Marius. Hello Sadri. Blue. Hello Monique. Okay. Oh, Monique is asking me how big the painting is gonna be. Like, maybe I was thinking like, let me see. I need to translate this to inches. That would be like 40 by by 40. maybe 40 by 50. Okay, now I got this. Yeah. My focal point obviously is here. We have a little bit of hair in this area around the face. Here. Let me check out my screen. Maybe I need to move it more to the left or to the right. Okay, that's okay. Okay, now imagine some warm light here. Okay, I need to make this a bit darker. Now, when I think about composition, I think about balance things out on my painting. Okay, now she's gonna be the main character, and the tree just behind her. But I'm gonna see that later. For now, I wanna just see her just with a light bluish, kind of a bluish background, and this is shadow, shadow, shadow. Okay, this is an area that has more color. Okay. Yeah, now I'm thinking I need more contrast here. I'm gonna add more here. Just kind of framing the face, around the face, okay? Yeah. Okay, now I see this looks like a big mass, dark mass. I gotta do something here. Maybe I could cut here, here, and yeah. Okay, maybe just there. Let's see. Okay, I think that's better. That way, it's like there's no huge mass, dark mass. It's just this. And maybe I can light up here, or make it kind of grayish, just grayish. Okay, let's see. Now let's paint a little bit of the face. I'm just going to squint out my eyes, and since I don't have any drawing right now, I'm just going to copy values. Okay, just the darker values I see here. Okay, hello Eric, hello Dajan, hello White Tigers, hello Mr. Judicas. Okay. Let's see. Light. Okay, I'm squinting down my eyes, and I copy just darker shapes. This, the nose, for example, I see a triangular shape here, dark shape there. Okay, the same for the mouth. All this is just a triangular shape. Okay. Now, pretty sure that maybe I'm gonna make these adjustments to this sketch. Usually, I love to sketch on paper. Nowadays I sketch mostly on Photoshop, but it's just like when you have an idea, it's not like you have Photoshop there, all the time. And I think for so many people it's better just to keep a sketchbook, something that we could use anytime. Okay, just a second. I'm gonna add more red here. And usually when we have light and shadow, there isn't just the area here, the limit between that, the light and the shadow, that is a bit warmer. In this case, since I got a little reddish orangey color here, I'm gonna make this even redder. But let's see. Okay. Oh, hello, Ari Peika. Hello, Lolo. Hello, Michael. Okay. Just thinking about balance. Okay. It's composition is not always simple. But in this case, let's say that painting this portrait is kind of simple. But when I'm thinking about all the things I'm gonna paint on the background. But let's say I got the face. Okay. I'm just thinking about smaller, medium, and bigger. Okay, this is, let's say, small. Okay, all this is bigger. All this and this, all the background is even bigger. You don't see all the background that I have here. I have like a couple more inches up, couple more inches to the left, and more inch to the bottom. Okay, definitely that's gonna be my focal point. Okay. And about values, this is gonna be my lighter value too, because I'm gonna add some highlights here, definitely. Okay. Now I need a little bit of red. If this light is hitting here, this light is gonna hit the hair too. It's gonna hit here. Here and here. Now all the shadow here, I can make it, just gray, greenish. You can add more and more colors, or even just brown. But any colors it could work. But to create more contrast, with more contrast we see things like just pumping more. Okay, now a cool color here. How cool? Just make it a color gray. Imagine just black and white. It's cool. Okay, especially if you mix ivory black with white, you're gonna get a bluish grayish color. I'm using raw umber here. Raw umber, black and white. Okay, this is gonna work. It's a cool shadow. That's not my final color. Okay, I was thinking I can add some greenish lights on the mandible, on the neck. I just gotta be careful always that the lightest value is here. Okay, now about the background, I can make it darker, lighter on top and darker at the bottom. Okay, I was thinking, what if she's seeing some fire means that maybe I could use a little bit of this color here. That's gonna move my attention here, but that's okay. I think that's okay. It could work. Hello, Enrique. Hello, Manuel. Oh, so will you paint other section of this larger painting on YouTube Live? Oh no, no, sorry. It's not like I'm gonna paint a lot. It's just this is the sketch. It's gonna be mostly like that. Maybe for the final painting, I'm gonna add more body here, like maybe 4 more inches. You know, and the idea that I had, my first idea, it was a little bit about color, but it was imagine that there's a tree, a huge tree, and the branches just becomes kind of fingers and just grabbing here or hugging here. Okay, and just that kind of simple. Eh? And the beauty, obviously, that's gonna be the light on the face. Okay. Let's see. You know, in order to see light, we need shadows. Obviously, at the beginning, we don't have enough shadows. You know, because I'm trying to see the beauty of this color. I have seen things like this so many times, and usually they are beautiful. And I think I got inspired because I saw some photographs, some sunsets. I was taking on the sunsets, and the models got some orangey, you know, light on their faces, and I think that got into me in my memory. It was yesterday or a couple of days. Okay. Hello, Kundan. Okay. Now I need to darken up more all this. I'm gonna use just raw umber. Okay. I'm bouncing my eyes right now between photograph and painting to draw. Okay. I think I got too much shadow here. I could make this a bit more reddish. Okay, let's see the contour of the face. Check out the lighting with the photograph to place the eye. I'm looking for a brush. Maybe a brush that is kind of stiff. This one, I'm gonna use it as an eraser. Okay. Now you see the contour of the face. Basically, I'm just using straight lines. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna add a bit more details. I'm just working on the forehead. I got one eyebrow here, the other eyebrow there. Let's check out the angle here. Hello Brigitte. Hello Sylvia. Oh yeah, this is a sketch for a larger painting. That's gonna be basically the same, just bigger. I mean, that's what I'm thinking right now. Sometimes I started a lot of smaller paintings, just thinking that I'm gonna create a bigger version, I'm gonna paint a bigger version. I never did it. Okay, the photograph, I see just the hair is just here. Just there. Adding more, okay. I need to see more contrast to see the light and the contour of the face. Yeah, that's good. A soft edge here. Thinking about edges, I always think about a soft and a sharp edge. Soft, sharp, soft, sharp. Let's say that I make the edge here on this portion a little bit sharp. Here, yeah, around here. Sharp, soft edge, sharp edge could be here. Okay, and then soft here. Okay, using the edges, I try to create some movement. Okay, between softness here and sharpness. If we have variety, is let's say that it's not boring. You know, if I got just the same edge like this, it's kind of stiff. There's no variety. And a soft edge, a lost edge like this one here, okay, it's gonna create the illusion that there's some movement. The same way that we perceive the scene when we take a photograph. You know, it's kind of difficult to take a photograph when something is moving. Okay. Now, I could do the same here, and to frame the face, I got two options here. You know, I make all this dark, even the background, I make it soft, which I think is gonna create a lot of weight on this area. You know, or I can just try to kind of frame the whole head. Okay, let's say that here, and have a sharp edge here. Let's say there. That's the ear. Okay, here is soft. I'm gonna make it darker in this area. Okay, now where your eyes are seeing when you see the painting, your eyes go here, here, here. Then I control the face. Okay. It's different if I make everything blurry, softer around, or eyes go just to this area, which is gonna could be okay too. Okay. Okay, but you gotta just think, or at least take a decision about what to do. Or we keep everything soft on the edges, or we have some, soft and sharp edges. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna make all this darker. A little bit bluish here. Maybe a bit warmer here. I can even add some hair over her face to add even more movement. Okay, I need a little bit of black. I'm gonna make all this pretty dark here. Background. I need a different background. Okay, let me think. Blue and raw umber and white. A touch of yellow. Okay, since I got some movement on the edges, and maybe I can choose to, leave some brush strokes like this. Maybe it could be a good idea just make the background just flat. I'm thinking right now, if I got something loose here in the background just like this, I don't know, I think I prefer to see, let's say, peaceful background, just flat. I'm gonna make the photograph a bit smaller. I'm gonna move this. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And now, darker or lighter? I like the idea of making this soft, peaceful, just flat. What I'm thinking right now, if I should make this darker or lighter. I think it's a bit darker than the light on the face. Yeah? Yeah, I think that's enough. Yeah. Okay, sharp. Soft. This is something that you all can do in your paintings. Okay. Here on the face too, the nose. Yeah, I can keep the nose sharp, and I can make it here soft. Sharp, soft. A little bit soft here. In that way, we make the nose pop. But let's see, sometimes it works completely sharp edge all around the face when you got enough softness around. It balances everything. But we gotta wait for that. Sorry. Okay, but this is something that you could use: sharp, soft, sharp, soft, and then you repeat, sharp, soft. Use it, and you're gonna see how that creates movement on your painting. And I got this question a few times: how I avoid to end up with a kind of cartoonish painting? That's the way of doing that. Working on edges, okay? When you work on a lot of edges, you're gonna end up with a cartoonish painting. Hello, Jonas. Hello, Carol. Hello, Bob. Okay. Let's continue. Let's see. Second. Okay. Just thinking about contrast, thinking about edges, thinking about values here. And you know what? I'm just thinking that the face is too reddish. Anyway, let's continue. mix more paint. This cadmium orange and cadmium red and white. You know, I bought the other day this brush. You see a difference? I don't know if you see a difference. I went to buy a couple of more. I like it. I like the texture. You see? Look at that. I think this is pretty useful to paint hair. But I'm not planning to fully use it like this. I prefer a kind of a combination, let's say, between a brush stroke like this, and then there I add a smaller brush stroke like that. Okay, and I got a combination between those two brush strokes. Otherwise, I'm gonna see a lot of the same pattern, you know, that this creates the same. Look at this everywhere. The same way we create balance between edges, soft and sharp edges, the same way we do that with brush strokes. Okay, I could add a lot of paint for the lights and smooth out another areas of the painting. Okay. Hello, Cisarte. Kundan is asking me what you call this type of work. Is this a portrait painting or a portrait with self-imagination? To be honest, I don't know. Right now it's not. It's just a portrait. It's just different colors. It's just a portrait. Yeah. Right now it's just that. Right now there's nothing special about this painting. Yeah. Just the colors. Yep. But color is color, you know. I could change and make it this blue instead of red. For me, this is a portion, but the whole idea is with the tree, you know, and all of that. And if I gotta say the style, I could say surrealism. I don't even know, because there are so many names now out there. Okay, let's see the lights. One thing that I was thinking, another thing that maybe I'm gonna do it or not, it was the idea about movement. The tree is gonna, you know, wrap it up. It's gonna be wrapping, you know, hair up like this. Okay, you know, and I'm not so sure completely about how, but I was thinking to add some movement with that. And how gonna create a movement? How gonna add that more, let's say, movement with paint? Okay, the only idea that I have right now is just this, use longer brush strokes, because definitely a longer brush stroke, for example, here, yeah, okay, this creates more movement, definitely, than just staying working on a smaller area like this. Okay, a brush stroke like this, for example, definitely creates movement. Okay, just because it's different when you see a straight line than you see a curve. Just that is just the same logic. You know what came to my mind? Cubism. It's kind of tricky to see movement on cubism, on the style, You can just think that there is some movement because there are so many colors, maybe a variety of forms. I think nothing has more movement than a curve, than a line that's moving like this, like in this shape. Okay. Now, thinking about that, I'm gonna need longer brush strokes. Yeah. And maybe I'm gonna need some hair flying over her face. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's continue first with drawing. Okay, I got the eye here. Yeah, that's the eye, that's the position. Okay, I think that's okay. Now the nose. I think the nose is too long. I need to shorten it, or maybe it's the chin. I need to make it a little bit, move it a little bit down. It could be that, or it could be the mouth. Maybe I need to move the mouth a little bit up. I'm just thinking about the painting. This is when you make a sketch. Obviously, it's not about the likeness. I can just pay attention to the likeness, like a way to work up, exercise, always copying the likeness. But when you sketch, you make a sketch, or you want to make a creative, let's say, painting, you don't need to pay attention to the likeness. It's going to be more about the composition, but anyway, it doesn't mean that you want a face that it has something off. And the best way to have to end up with a face that's pretty good is copy all the proportions from the photograph. Okay, look at the nose. Nose too big. I'm making something wrong here. I remember when I started to paint, trying to get some creative paintings, I used to sketch a lot. That was, the common way to do it. And I remember it was kind of difficult for me to see something on a sketch. Drawing with just pencils and trying to get something just kind of difficult. And what I started to do is just painting just directly onto my canvas. And since I didn't have any idea, sometimes I didn't have any idea, I just painted something. that was pretty common to paint, a human figure. And then add an object. I remember having, like the other day, I was saying, at that time I had a lot of magazines. And just flipping on the pages, I find an object, anything that I think, oh, that's pretty nice photograph, pretty good photograph. And I painted that in one area of the paint. Like let's say here, I find something and I paint an object here. And then from there I was trying to find an idea. Then I painted something more here. Yeah? It's better, I'm just saying one way, but it's better when you sketch, when you have a preconceived idea, and not just go like that. What happened sometimes to me that I ended up just putting so many things, and at the end I had to erase some of them. But at the end, we enjoy painting one way or the other. It's just that. Okay. I was mentioned about movement, and I think I'm gonna try a little bit with this brush here. Let's see if I can make it follow the form of the face. Here too. Since I don't want the face be full of just these lines, I gotta just smooth out some areas and keep the brush strokes in some areas. Okay, let's continue. Okay, the highlight here. I need to paint this highlight. I think the nose is too dark. Anyway. Now the light is coming from the left. It's gotta be, I don't see it so clear on the photograph, but there's gotta be a rim of light here. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Okay. Hello, John Caminas. I got the nose too dark to add more orange. I'm trying to get the volume on the nose. A bit difficult. Okay, I think here's the mistake about the nose. I need to make this a little bit wider. Here, the glabella. Okay, I think I got it. Let me step back, check out. That's okay. The only thing that I don't like is that I have a lot of glare. That happens usually on the darker colors. There's no way for me to get rid of the glare. Está better? That's better. Anyway, let's see. I think I need to add more head or less head or do something. Here, I'm thinking maybe I should smooth out the paint on the face and to get the edge because it's a teenager, yeah? And it looks older on my painting. If I smooth out all the brush strokes, maybe it's gonna look better. I'm just thinking out loud. But at the same time, I want the movement. I want movement. The whole painting, I want some movement. I need to balance just few brush strokes with some smooth areas. Okay. Okay, I got this shadow here. To make this area rounded, I need another shadow here. Okay, another shadow closer to the contour of the face. Shadow here. A bit subtle. And obviously we always need this core shadow on this area to create the illusion that the cheek is rounded here. The same here. Okay, what about the color? Now, these things happens when we start thinking about details and details. In my case, when I think about details, I stop thinking about everything else, and and that's gonna affect the color. Okay, that could affect the values For the values, you know, I kind of always keep my eyes squinted down and just checking out, comparing. And I asking myself, where is the lightest light on the face? Okay, and from there, thinking the no light is gonna compete with this light, with the highlight. In this case, the highlight is on the nose. That's gonna be usually on the nose always. Something is not okay. She looks older. Okay, let's paint on this area. Okay, let's paint the color here. Let's see, the red is getting all over the face. This warmer light. Okay. You should hit the hair too. Okay. Now there's more hair here, and I can make it just get into the neck a little bit. There. Okay. Now the color here. Oh, on the ear too. Another little bit of red for the ear. But the color here, this grayish color. Let me see. Kind of okay, you know. Let's see. I think it's working, but I need more paint. What about keeping softness here, a little bit of texture, and longer brush strokes. The softness here, it means that there's not gonna be brush strokes. Everything is gonna be smooth. Okay? But longer brush strokes here, like this. Okay. And for the hair too, longer brush strokes. I said that before, here too. Now I'm thinking maybe even bigger brush strokes for the background. Yeah, I need a darker shadow here. Okay, let's continue painting this. Just black and white first. A little bit of raw umber. I'm gonna need to add more paint here because there's gonna be a lot of adjustments just going back and forth. Hola Nieves, gracias. then painting a reflected light, and there's gotta be a reflected light too here a little bit. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think that's okay for now. Okay, I can move to the face again. Looks better, yeah. Do you think that I need maybe some loose brush strokes? Or you think that's gonna be better just if I smooth out everything? Maybe I need to add more head here. I don't know, I'm thinking maybe this change is affecting the size of the head, hair edge, something. Okay, I'm gonna add more head. Maybe it could be that. Like this, okay. What about that? Okay, I still need more contrast. I'm gonna add pure black here around the face, okay? Because I mean, I like the color. I think I need, after blending, you know, when we blend more and more, we basically mix the colors. I think now I don't see the reddish colors that I want to see it. I'm gonna just put red on top, just pure red, the tip of the brush. I want a little bit of this pure red. This coming red, it has a lot of oil. I'm changing to this round brush. I'm just trying to change the brush stroke a little bit. Okay, let's see if I got more movement with this brush stroke. But these things are pretty subtle. It's not like you're just gonna see a crazy movement all over the face. Thank you, Marianne. Hello, Fatih. Okay. I need another brush to paint this darker value here. Now this is gonna create more contrast. This is pure black. More black. Just pure black. I want to see full contrast. Okay, what about just black here too? Yeah, I think I should, like framing the whole face with a dark frame. Yeah, why not? Because it's like a mid-tone, a grayish mid-tone that looks like, when I put my hand, it looks a little bit darker. That's because of the glare that is here. But anyway, it's like I need to see more contrast. Let's put just pure black. Okay. Let's see. More black. And okay, just thinking about, how I'm gonna keep the tension just on the just here right now, and kind of thinking that the only solution maybe is gonna be just make everything dark, not even this light here. I'm gonna paint the light because there's gotta be some, and then this move down. If there is a little bit of light, has to be not that bright, dark, just black. The only problem with this, if I made a mistake by adding all this too dark, there's no coming back from here. But the good thing that I would see that mistake, and I'm not gonna make that mistake on the bigger paint. Okay. I like it. I like it better. Now I'm thinking I need to change this color. Okay, I need to change this color, and I'm thinking that I need to darken up this one. Okay, let me think. Yeah. Okay. Or just maybe I need just more colors here on the shadow. Okay, definitely I need some movement more, and that's not gonna be on, here on adding more brush strokes. I think I just need to add what is a simple, thing to do, that's gonna be add some flying hair over her face. Like imagine that goes like this. I need a little bit of linseed oil, just raw umber. Okay, now let's see. I gotta go over the face. I'm gonna go pretty lightly because maybe I'm gonna erase this. What if I don't like the hair over her face? Okay, let's do it. Pretty common that it's gonna go over the forehead. Okay. Yeah, I should make this a little bit lighter. It goes like this, and then maybe. Oh, oh my God! Oh my God! Here. I need to soften those brush strokes because this area is softer. Now I think that's gonna, complete my whole idea when I could paint the tree on, behind here, a huge tree. I'm gonna soften this. I like this. I still need to work more on the face, but I had to do it. That way you can see more clearly, if the painting, if it's gonna be about brush strokes, if it's gonna be about, more paint, or just what we see right now, that is about adding something more. In this case, a little bit of hair. Okay, the other thing about the color on the background. No, I think I want more color. It's just too mute. Okay, a bit more colorful. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, I just have ultramarine blue here. I don't think that's gonna be. Okay, let me think. Okay, about values, I think I need to make the background darker first. You know, it's like I squint down my eyes and I see the light here, but I see a lot of light here too. Okay. Maybe it would work a little bit of light here and light here. Okay. Yeah, I like it. I think that's better. Okay, everything here a bit darker. I need, you know what, cerulean blue, but I don't have it here. What about some phthalo blue? I don't have the phthalo blue. I don't have cerulean blue. I just have ultramarine blue here. Now, this little house where I live, let's say that I got two studios. One is at the bottom of the house, a small, tiny room, and what should be the, what do you say, living room. That's where I have a bigger easel and where I paint. Bigger paintings, but for paint for YouTube and all of this is just here, this smaller space. You know, usually I'm not able to control the glare on my paintings, but I think nobody noticed that, but I got more glare before on the paintings, and I just one friend came to visit me, and he knows about photography more than I do. And he told me, the problem is that you got some white, like fabrics, just one to my left and behind me, and that's reflecting the light. And what I did, I bought some black fabric, and now I see less glare than before. I still see more. He told me one more thing that I didn't do yet is to put some white, anything, the fabric, anything on the roof. A little bit of red here. The light, this warm light, but not a lot. I'm trying to get the shadow and the reflected light here. Okay, and it's kind of difficult because we tend to make the reflected light sometimes too dark, too bright. Sorry, too bright, even lighter or brighter than the the main light. Let's say the reflected light cannot be lighter than the light. Okay, here for example, I need a reflected light here. Okay, a reflected light on the edge, and that left a core shadow here between those reflected lights. Okay, that's the way to make this rounded, to make it turn. I see a little bit of the nostril here on the corner. That's gonna be so difficult to paint. Okay, there. There's another core shadow here between the lips. This shadow is gonna separate the form and make it turn. Separate half of the upper lip to the left, to the right. And what I'm painting here is another shadow and a core shadow here. That's the same everywhere. Everywhere we paint a rounded form, a three-dimensional form, we gotta apply the same principles about values. Okay, just when you're painting, just think where are the lights, midtones, shadow, core shadow, reflected light. If you're missing some of those, okay, it means that's gonna affect the volume on your painting. Okay. Jonas saying, is there such as a difficult angle? If so, what would be yours? Mine would be like the one you are painting there, when they are looking away slightly with a tilt. Jonas is asking that, yeah, when there is some angle like this, I mean, gotta say that this is one of the difficult, poses, because we cannot use all the measurements that we used to measure, from the eyebrow to the nose to the chin. That's because some foreshortening is happening on the face, and yeah, We gotta do it here. In my opinion, it takes more imagination to understand how the whole head is moving in space, more than trying to copy measuring, because there's no way to measure. There is always a way to measure it, but let's say there's no way to measure the common way, the simple way. Okay, and for that, I think it could be pretty helpful. I always recommend this book from Andrew Loomis, Drawing the Head and Hands. Okay, you go over that book, you're gonna see a section where you see how Loomis draw the head inside a cube, inside a box. Okay, what I did when I started, let's say, to practice with that, I didn't understand that much the idea, okay? And just to save you time, don't try. You don't understand what's happening, don't try, just practice. Just draw. At the end, that's what I did, because it was for me like I was trying to find a logic way to make it work. How I'm gonna move the angle of the box from here, from there. It's always difficult. And till this day, I don't think that I'm gonna be able to find a logical way to see or draw a perfect face or imagine a perfect face. It was more like practicing, and the face on that angle using the box is gonna help you to see, let's say, this one side of the face, the frontal side of the face, the bottom or the upper part of the face. In that way, you have the 3 dimensions there. Okay, you have, the width, the height, and the depth. That's what we want. That's why the cube is the best, let's say, tool. Let's say that's a tool to understand the 3-dimensional world. Otherwise, everything is just width and height, and that's the 2-dimensional world, which is flat. The box adds that 3rd dimension, which is depth. Okay, and it's difficult. The only thing that I did, it was drawing so many heads inside boxes as possible. And as I did it, it was like more, I understand it more. That makes me remember when I was in school. It doesn't have to do anything with art, but that was a class, chemistry, maybe I mentioned that wrong, but the thing is there are a lot of formulas on that subject, a lot of formulas, and I didn't understand anything at all. What I did, I started to memorize everything, all the formulas. There were like maybe 100. I memorized all of them. I did it. It was like a challenge for me, because there's no way for me to understand anything. I'm not saying that's the way to do it. I think that's the wrong way to do it. We need to understand, not to memorize. But I did it. I remember I got A's, an A. It was like, wow. I never understood the subject. The thing is that I don't know if that taught me something, but then when it came for me the time to try to understand the head inside the box, and I said, okay, I'm gonna stop myself of trying to understand this. I'm just gonna repeat it again and again, okay, until it becomes part of my way of thinking, or the way to understand the 3-dimensional world. And that's what I did. If that works for somebody else, pretty good. Maybe some of the reasons that when I paint portraits, or when I teach to paint portraits, I go over the same things. like I always do when I paint. Like there's a shadow here, there's another shadow here. That's because of the form of the head and this and that, and because that's the way that I think I learned. You know, was the way that I found it easier for me to storage in my brain. I don't even know, but let's say that's the way. That's the way how I think. Yeah. I think everybody has a different way to process things. Yeah. I remember again being a kid, and the teacher called my mom, like called my mom and said, "Hey, you know, your son is kind of good on this and that, but he basically he just memorized things. He don't understand anything." And for me, it was easier to memorize things than more than understand them, and that's what I used to do. If I you know, I used to read the same page to memorize every word for 100 times. Okay, now that's what we call in art practice. Yeah? It works, I think, pretty good for drawing and painting. I don't think that works for everything else. Maybe good, but I don't know. I don't know. I think it works for this. Okay, because but eventually, obviously, I understand a lot of things that I understand, but it was kind of the same thing that I used to do all the time. And I used to say, my son, my daughter, they are like, I'm not good on this. And I would say, it doesn't matter, nobody's good at anything. It's just about practice. And what's practice? Repetition. Repetition and repetition. Yeah. I hope that works for somebody else. Okay, I got some movement. I still thinking about this area. I was thinking about the light that I had a light over here, a light over here. It's kind of I need them, but at the same time, I find anything like too distracting. Now I see the face here. Now I see the light. Okay. Yeah. Now, one thing that I'm gonna do for my final, since this is a sketch, I'm gonna tone my canvas with pure orange, even a fluorescent orange, on that area of the face. And when I paint with this, that's gonna glow even more, or maybe even yellow. Yeah, pure yellow. I think I bought a fluorescent yellow a long time ago. Gotta look for it, and that's gonna make this area glow. Oh, maybe all this to get some areas and make the color glow. Okay, the thing is about paint that everybody says that it's transparent. That's why glazes works so beautifully, showing transparency. And I can do that for the final painting. Okay. And I gotta work more, obviously, on the color because it's kind of flat, I don't know why. I got the feeling that I could do more. But at the same time, when the painting is wet and I work with this color, it's kind of difficult create a difference between one value and the other. I've been trying to do that here, for example, trying to make it lighter. And when I step back a little bit, I see everything is flat here. Yeah? And I'm trying to create this gradation to get volume there, to get the volume. I don't get it. Okay. A little bit of red for the ear. I don't think any light from here is getting this area. Now, something that we're breaking a rule here, and that's the reflected light. This light is pretty warm, pretty strong. It gotta bounce back here. That means that we should see some warmer reflected light here, okay? Because there's always, I mean, we're not in a space. There's an object, and the light always bounces. Okay, now I'm not doing that. That's what I said. I'm breaking this rule. I just want to keep the light on the face and not paint any reflected light there. Okay. What do you think about my sketch? Let me know in your opinion. I want to show you all the final painting. I'm planning to paint it on 40 by 40 inches, a square canvas. I'm not gonna be able to have it on video because yeah, it's pretty difficult to record. Here for a smaller canvas is pretty good. For a bigger canvas. Okay, soft edge, sharp, soft. Sharp, soft. Okay. Use that on your paintings. It's not gonna be that like the same way I explain it all the time, like sharp, soft, sharp, soft. And do that in that way you remember. I'm pretty sure that everybody's gonna remember that when it has some kind of pattern, sharp, soft, on, off. Yeah, I think it's easier to remember. But it's not gonna be that perfect all the time. Okay. For example, I could just soften all the edge here, just make it blurry. It'll vanish away and keep the tension here. I can make all this area just blurry too. Okay? And you choose what to do. But for that you need to practice. And if you paint portraits, let's say that you can just repeat some patterns about about the edges, again and again. And let me tell you, that's gonna work. It's gonna work all the time. Okay, I think it's time to go for me. Okay, remember you can join my Patreon and paint along with me. You can now even there are 4 recorded sessions for free. You don't need to open an account on Patreon or nothing. I mean, open an account, yes, but you don't need to introduce your credit card or debit card or anything like that. Just it says join for free. You're gonna see that. Look for collections. In collections, you're gonna see all the recorded sessions, portraits, drawing, you know, uh, the paintings we painted on Saturdays, portraits on Sundays, drawing on Thursdays nights, and you got 4: one drawing, one portrait, one animal. That's my little dog. And what was the other one? I forgot the other one. I'm gonna show you here. Okay, I think I got it here. Oh yes. Oh, 2 animals. Oh, here it is. The 4 of them. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. And see you all next time on the next video. Remember, press the like button before you go. Hello, Nicolia. Hello, Lisa. Hello, new singer, Saif. Hello, S.A. Shakir. Oh, just going over the comments. Okay. I think I didn't miss anyone. Okay, bye everybody. Take care, you. Bye, my girl. Bye, Monique, Sylvia, Nikki.